The Dji Spark was an amazing drone to come out in May 2017 and has since then been sold for the next 3 years as a great beginner drone to many who are just entering the world of cinematic drones. In 2019, however, DJI released the new Mavic Mini in November and was undoubtedly going to be the main competition for the Spark. But this asks the question, in April 2020, should you still see one for sale? Should you buy one? Welcome to the channel. I'm Johnny Tech, and today we are going to be taking a look at the DJI Spark. The Spark boasts some pretty impressive hardware for such a tiny drone. It's pretty small at only 143 by 143 by 55 millimeters in size, or 5.6 by 5.6 by 2.1 inches. For its size, it does weigh a rather hefty 300 grams, so when you hold it, it's heavier than you may first expect. This also means you will have to register the drone with the FAA in order to keep it legal. For a drone that weighs this much, it can actually move along pretty fast, having a max speed of 50 kilometers an hour or about 30 miles per hour, being able to rise or descend at a speed of about 6 miles an hour. The camera isn't something that should be taken lightly either. It has a 1/2.3 CMOS sensor with a 12 megapixel density. This gives pictures and videos that are clear and nice to look at, more on that later. It has an 82-degree field of view with an f2.6 aperture, and in picture mode it can take 4K stills, although because it only has a 2-axis gimbal, you're going to be limited in 1080p when taking video. Compared to the new Mavic Mini with its 3-axis gimbal, you're definitely going to feel the 2-axis limitation on the Spark when doing certain maneuvers with the drone, so make the best of it and keep the camera movements as simple as possible. Like we said earlier, the drone is pretty heavy at 300 grams. This doesn't mean that it gets a bad flight time though. In fact, for something this small and heavy, it gets a pretty impressive 15-minute flight time. This is due to the battery having a capacity rating of 1,480 milliamps, and unlike most DJI drone batteries, the batteries on the Spark are really cheap and affordable, costing only $50 to $60. To change out the batteries, all you have to do is pull the sides back and pull the battery pack back. To insert a new battery, place the battery onto the guides and slide it on the rails until you hear a firm click. To control the drone, you have two options. You can use the phone or you can use the controller. For many reasons, it's just better to get the Spark with the controller. On the phone, you can expect a range of 100 meters at most. Using the controller, however, gives you a better and more stable connection, and you can expect to get a range of about 1.5 to 2 kilometers or about 1 mile. I don't ever recommend taking the drone out that far, but with DJI having the return to home feature, you have an extra safety net to keep you from losing your drone. Now that we've gone over the details, I'll stop talking and I'll let you look at some of the flight footage. So is the Spark worth it in 2020? Maybe. If you already own the Spark, then there's no reason to upgrade to the Mavic Mini when the Spark can do 90 to 95% of what the Mavic can do. But if you're in the market for a drone and you can find one on sale with a controller included for a good price, definitely go and pick one up. However, for $400 from DJI, you can get the Mavic Mini with all the hardware you need to get started, and this includes the controller. So value-wise, you may want to go pick up a Mavic Mini instead. And with all the regulations that have appeared, the 249-gram weight of the Mavic also makes just owning the Mavic simpler with not having to deal with the FAA weight limit for registration. So it really depends on what you want in the drone. The Spark can definitely produce nice video, and for a beginner, if you see one at a good price, why not just pick one up? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.